I just need to find us, and not seeing me. I might need some tech support. Oh, so Mr. Crafty said it takes a bit longer. So, so I just sent out the newsletter. The TRG Insider just went out to our. We just recently did some housekeeping, and we've kind of cleaned up our mailing list. So if you have not been opening up our emails like for the last 90 days, you were given an opportunity to stay on the email list. And if you did not open up that email, we have basically removed about 9,000 people off of our mailing list because if we are not being a benefit to you and giving you content, we don't want to send out emails that are just going to sit and clog up your inbox. So we went and we did that the other day. We cleaned up our in newsletter list. And then I just sent out the brand new newsletter for, let's see, what month is it? Where I just sent it out for August. So you've just been sent out updates for, well, the fact that we're now on YouTube again. Yay, because we're out of jail. And also letting you know about the new exciting kit that's coming out. It'll be coming out before the 7th, so it is the release we would normally do on the 7th. We're just releasing it a little earlier because I would love those of you who are in the Junk Journal Jamboree, I would love for you to have more time with it while we're still doing the lives. So it is not complete yet, but it will be being released around the first-ish of the month in the shop. Kelly is kind of putting some of the final touches to things right now. And so the other big news I wanted to let you guys know is that we have the newest TRG collection is currently available. It's called Getaway. That was also linked in that newsletter to you. And it is, it's a delicious, it's very much eye candy, yummy colors. It's telling the story of, you know, what if we all had a girls' getaway to some paradise location where we can sip yummy drinks with little umbrellas in them. It's kind of like the conclusion of the little story we've kind of been telling this summer. The first part was we went off to camp together as a group, and that was our Wanna-Craft collection. Then when camp ended, we kind of jumped in our convertible cars and went on an epic road trip, which was our You Are Here collection. And now we are coming to the, what would you call it? The crescendo of the story, which is reaching our paradise location and having the Getaway collection. So it is kind of a reboot of our Escape to Paradise, which was a collection we did in 2016. I specifically asked us to kind of like, can we revamp that and like do it over again, different, perhaps updating the colors and the patterns and the storytelling and just having something really beautiful. I gotta tell you, like I did a little debut of it last night in the Late Night Crafty Club. If you did not get to join us, you can watch it there. It's probably about, I want to say it's about an hour into the show is where I started showing all the pieces because Mr. Crafty printed them all out while I was doing the show. So I was able to be like, hey, everybody, look. So the bonus, when you buy the bundle, there is a 2-sheet bonus with it. And it's amazing. It is, for that alone, I would say, get the bonus, get the whole bundle. So I have everything here under my desk that I was working on last night. So this is kind of an epic craft weekend. We started off with the Late Night Crafty Club last night, which was about 3.5 hours. The night before Thursday, we had the Junk Journal Jamboree, which if you went to camp and you opted into Junk Journal, it was like kind of like an extension of camp. So we did that. And then this morning I just had another Junk Journal Jamboree, and now we are doing our Crafternoon for the entire community. So the bonus for Getaway are these 2 lovely pieces. These fabulous little journaling pieces fit in like the 3x3, 2x2 pocket pages. So you can add these to like doing some memory keeping. And then this is like a little collection of these beautiful tropical stamps that are super fun and kind of make you feel like you went on this trip. So it is very much eye candy, very yummy colors, very, we're staying at some really tropical style places. And the honeys also, this is just 1 sheet of them. My other, I think I've misplaced my other honeys, but these are, they've been given a fabulous little floral frock. Say that very fast, 3 times in a row. Okay, let me see if I can access my own chat. I'm so sorry I've not been able to greet you all. But I'm jumping in. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. So I did change my shirt. You'll notice. I just felt weird about having 2 videos where I was wearing the same shirt. I feel like if I can change what I'm wearing, it'll help you guys identify the videos better. Like when you're looking at our channel, like, oh yeah, I saw that. I remember her, she was wearing that. Because that's what helps me. If I wear the same shirt, it might make it harder for you to realize, oh, that's Crafternoon versus Junk Journal. Okay, so we are jumping into our playbooks. I went ahead and I tidied up from my last craft session. And last night I started working in some pockets. So I am working in the Happy Planner. Happy Planner made some memory keeping pockets. So they have disc bound punches here. And then they come in, there's a variety pack of pages. So that's what I've been working on. And I am setting up my listers prompts. I'm setting all of those up in pockets or on the page. So that's where I left off last night. I did do like a whole sheet, and I can show you what I did manage to do last night. It's kind of fun figuring out how it's all gonna work together. So what I have pulled out of my playbook is I've just pulled out the listing pages right now. And then the other thing I have pulled out is the bingo sheet, because I like to use this to remind me what to actually craft with and use so that I can start checking these off. And then I am using the You Are Here Lister's Got a List prompts. These prompts were set up, or what we told you is because we included listers pages in the playbook for summer, to go ahead and print out the last of the Lister's Got a List prompts for the summer, and then you could use these all summer long. You have 8 spots each month to do, and you're given 30, so you have more than enough prompts. So just do 8 a month, and you'll have enough to like last you through the entire summer. So the other thing I have too, oh, here's my other set of honeys. So I have 2. I've used 1 already. The other thing I am using and I've printed out is my Lister's Got a List, the journal cards from Lister's Got a List. So I'm using these, and then pockets and the prompts. So that is my setup, what I have currently to work with. And then you can mix other things in. You can still work from the You Are Here collection. You can grab some Getaway if you want to. The great thing about the Getaway collection is it still totally works with the You Are Here prompts. So it's still a matter of like, we've been traveling, we've been spending time together. It's that summer vibe. So it's really, they really blend nicely together. So I am working in my July pages because, as I showed last night in the Late Night Gravity Club, I have not done much at all in my playbook. So I'm kind of like in a catch-up mode, and there's nothing wrong with that because I have done that each season. I've had 1 month where something big was going on and I just couldn't devote time to it. So what I do is the following month, when things get quieter, I'll go back and start chipping away at the weeks and the activities that I just couldn't keep up with in the previous month. There's no rules that say you can't go back and work on stuff in July and August. No matter as time progresses, if you can't keep up, just go back and finish it when you do have time. That's what I do and have done historically. So it's not that it's wasted. You can't go back and work on it. I look at the playbook as a whole season. I don't look at it just month to month now. I go, okay, well, it's still summer. And as long as it's still summer, I have no problem working on it when I have a chance. The 2 pages I would say that I really like to try and stay on top of is the gratitude spread and the documenting my crafty life page. So that's just kind of like making notes of things that you did, you know. So those are the ones that I really need to work on. But today I'm back to the listing. And so that's all I wanted to say. That took me 10 minutes, which is what I planned. So Mr. Crafty can come in here and switch my little thing around. If you're watching this as a replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that at some point you can catch it as a live. I am doing this Crafternoon show for those that, you know, this time period works better. So I usually do it 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on a Saturday. And I do, historically, I've been doing Crafternoon at least once a month. So here he comes. He's a-coming. We're about to, everybody grab a buddy because he's about to flip the camera. Close your eyes if you get motion sickness. I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay. Okay, so Miss Mallory is asking, hang on a sec, why is there a spanner by my name all of a sudden? So Mallory Lash, I assume that spanner, you mean that little wrench. That's what we call it here in America. We have designated you as a moderator, which means that you can smote people that might come into the group and not behave themselves. You're always in the Late Night Crafty Club or our live shows, so we wanted to just, you have that designation. You are a moderator this time. If you would prefer not to be in the future, you could just let us know. But everybody who has their name in blue with the little wrench next to it, you are officially a moderator. Because you are, in general, we kind of went through our list last night. We did a little bit of swapping things around, and just who we know are just very always showing up. We went ahead and did that. But it is absolutely not required of you. If you'd rather not have that power to smote, you please let us know and we will totally take you off. No hard feelings. We just thought we would kind of at least give that opportunity to those that we know are like the shower uppers, like consistently. And that is not to say that I'm not aware of how others of you are shower uppers too. Just want to be clear. If you would like to be a moderator, and because you know you're always on our lives, please let us know that too. And we would be happy to do that as well. It is the power to smote those that don't like to be polite and nice when they join our lives, that are perhaps not part of our communities, which is part of what happens when you join. When you go live on YouTube, it sends out a beacon to everybody to let them know, hey, there's a live going on. And some people are like, yay, I found my people. And some people are like, hey, I'm going to be rude. So smoters, if you see rudeness or inappropriate comments, you know what to do. Okay, so I'm getting myself a little bit organized here. This is our show for those that are kind of on a time crunch and just want to be really focused on their crafting. It's a form of like accountability and just being here to encourage you to get your playbook out. Let's get crafting. And it's definitely more focused on the crafting versus the chatting, which I tend to do. So this is your show. If you were just like, let's get busy. Feel free to work in your junk journal, your playbook, or a different craft. There's no one's going to check your work. So this is what I did last night. I managed to do this, which might not look like a lot, but sometimes it takes a while to get where I'm going. So I managed to do a whole spread. My method of how I'm doing my particular prompts, I have made myself a new challenge, is I'm really having fun when it comes to the pocket pages. I sort of decided that like one prompt could be an entire spread. So I'm kind of telling a story. If I could drive anywhere. So I happen to have this in my stash. I made this little visual down here. And then I'll actually write down my locations here. But I'm treating the whole spread, whole page as if it's answering a response for her. Mr. Crafty also has set up, sorry, I forgot to mention this. If you want to get on our texting program so you never miss a live, you can just text TRG to 94253. It's USA only currently. International girls, you can use an app called Text Now, and it will allow you to circumvent your phone carrier. So international girls, if you use an app called Text Now, you can do that. TRG to 94253. Okay, that was the last of my housekeeping. My final page, the back side of my page, this ended up being a really funny little story. So I found this girl in my scrap stash. She's from a magazine ad, and she just kind of has this glint in her eye that looks like she'd cut you. Looks like she'd steal your man and then cut you. So I kind of had fun with it, and I created a pocket for her. I found that using my word strips is a real fun way to kind of, I don't know, help tell my story. So for this, I added this word strip that says game on, which I thought was kind of funny because she looks like she's challenging you to a fight over your man. And I happen to have a guest check in my collection, and Miss Michelle suggested we call her Jolene. Many of you in this age group might remember Jolene is that really famous song that Dolly Parton made famous. And it's all about how she's a woman who stole her man. So I'm telling the story as if I was on a road trip, stopped at this place. Jolene slipped my husband a note with her name and number on it. And it ended up being a really funny way of responding to what's currently in my trunk. So I visually told that story. And here's me on the road after the fact saying with the strip, don't stop. So I took care of Jolene in her man-snatching ways. So that was our funny little joke last night in the late LNCC. So you never know what could happen in the LNCC. So the other kind of pictures I've been grabbing, this is one of the prompts, is packing light looks like. Well, I literally showed what packing light would look like. I just packed my bathing suit and my little slippies. So that's all I have. A pair of sunnies and I'm good to go. That's about as light packing as I can think of. So I've been kind of having fun just setting up my pockets and like kind of like the pockets are just, the pictures are telling my story rather than actually listing. It's like visually answering the prompt. That's something I've never really done before, and it's actually really fun. I'm really having a good time. I do have more traditional listing pockets that I'm making as well, people I'd like to travel with, so I'm going to list those there. This needs a totally different kind of pocket. I have these smaller these are vertical 4x6 pages made by Simple Stories. I fell in love with these during camp, and I've been using them a lot in my junk journal. They're punched for a binder, so this would be something I would put in because I need it to fit into my my playbook. This is something that I could punch in my Happy Planner pages. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. This is something I would punch with my disc bound punch. That was so different from what I intended. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. Okay, so so here's what I've been doing. I've been challenging myself to kind of use my word strips to be the journaling part of my responses and visually responding to the prompts. If you'd like to, this is my own personal challenge. You can, just keep to your traditional way of listing. That's perfectly acceptable. I'm going to kind of switch back and forth between the two, just because I think it's fun. It's just, it's another way of being creative. And as always, I'm using my bingo prompts to kind of help me tell that story. So one thing I want to do is today is I want to pick as much on here as possible as I'm working to kind of get my bingo sheet filled. And I'm sorry, no matter what show I do, there is a bit of housekeeping to do in the beginning because sometimes people join us that are kind of new to things and maybe this is their first live. So I kind of want to help in the beginning of each live kind of set the like directions and what I'm doing and where you can find things. So I apologize if that ends up feeling a little tedious to the veterans, but it helps orient some people who are kind of able to catch me once in a while. So with our playbook this season, we included these little checklists. All these are is they match the prompts on your bingo sheet because some members said, oh, once I cover up the prompts with a marker, like I've done here, I don't know what I actually did. So these are, they're, I'm trying to think of the word because words are hard. They're duplicated. Goodness gracious. If you go back and watch my old LNCCs, I wonder if I had this much trouble struggling to think of a word in the beginning. I feel like I'm going downhill really fast. So I'm going to give myself credit out of my crafty comfort zone because of this new visual storytelling I'm doing versus just making a list. This is new for me. I definitely. So I'm giving myself credit for that. And I like to fill up my bingo sheet instead of checking them off. I like to actually cover them. It makes the bingo sheet look really fun when you're all done. So I'm pulling out one of my paper punch buffets here, and I'm just going to grab some squares that I've pre-cut, and I'm going to give myself credit for that. Let's see, what else do I got going here that I could count? I'm using my paper punch buffet as we speak, so I'm going to give myself credit for that too. Hi, sir. What am I doing?
I'm moving your microphone.
Okay.
It gets obnoxious when you turn your head and talk.
Oh, okay. What did I just cover? Goodness gracious. You just... paper.
I threw you off.
You really did. It's all you, sir.
I'm sorry, Bibi.
There's my paper punch buffet. I'm going to give myself smashed because these sheets are like not part of the playbook, and anything you add extra into your playbook, I consider that smashing it in. It's kind of a term from like the original back in the way back in the day. People used to call them smash books because they were literally smashing things in. I'm guessing this might have either it was people considered it different from a traditional scrapbook where they were adding more ephemera. But I'm going to go ahead and give myself credit because that's what these pocket pages are. I'm kind of smashing some extra stuff in. So I'm going to give myself credit for that. I actually have quite a few things to give myself credit for. And I didn't do it last night. So smashed is another. Then I'm going to give myself credit for listing because that is what I'm doing right now. There are several opportunities for listing. You can do listing in your challenge spread. You can do listing that's in the playbook. There's a whole spread of places to list things, so those count too. Where am I looking at? Where's listing? There it is, listed. Okay, then there's one called layered. You can give yourself credit for as much as you want. If you did a whole bunch of things in one spread, check it all off. Pick out as much as you can and give yourself credit. I did some serious layers right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers in one little shot. So I'm definitely giving myself credit for layers. And I'm going to use this lady that I snipped out of a magazine. I punched her out. Yeah, I did. I punched her. And that's going to go there. Plus, one thing I generally forget to do is this free space. I generally forget to actually give myself that little free space. So I'm doing that here with my nice gold glitter square. Okay, what else I got? What else did I do so far in my... I did the girls. I self-cared. I have been self-caring like a champ because to me, crafting is self-care. So let's do it. Let's give ourselves credit, ladies. Credit where credit's due. If you've been working in your, if you have been doing this, working in your, if you've been crafting it all, self-cared. Check it off. Stickers were used. I have used some stickers for sure. That's an easy one. The second you use a sticker, its stickers were used. No doubt about it. A little goes a long way. Okay, and then there's one called Grid, which is, I have been loving making grids with my artwork, you know, the way I set something up. But I gotta tell you, the first thing that occurred to me is this bingo itself is a grid, and I am busy working in it. So I'm gonna give myself credit for Grid. If you, I mean, I hope this helps you kind of see like how I interpret the prompts and give myself credit, so it helps you kind of go, yeah, I'm doing that too. So here's Grid, checked off. If you posted in the group that what you've made while we've been crafting together, there was a thread in the LNCC last night, like what I made while I was doing the show. That's something you can check off. Something happy. If you did Late Night Crafty Club, which I did last night, that counts too. I think I'd already covered it though. I just didn't check it off. So if you share as a whole spread, which is 2 pages, you can give yourself credit for that. Sharing a spread means you share it on social media, Instagram, in the group. That is, you can check it off. Something sticky. I got something sticky right here for you, lady. So it's some glue. My glue stick. That's sticky. So I'm going to give myself credit. Look how much I'm checking off, you guys, just because I'm just working. Stamp 11. I don't really feel like I've been stamping. I haven't done my word hunt. So you have one journal. Have I journaled? Not really. I haven't really journaled much at all in my thing. Grateful. Haven't been doing my grateful things. I'm so bad. And then there's this other one here called Pattern. It was missing on my list, but you guys have it on your list, I think. I believe. I think mine was missing it. I always end up with the prototype. We print it and then I use it. So sometimes my things might be a little different from yours because you got the final result and I got the working thing when we were just sort of testing it. So Pattern, indeed, I have been doing Pattern, which I have on here. I don't see listed, so I must have already covered it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why am I missing? I have 2 extra. This always happens. I don't pay enough attention at all. I have 2 more covered than I have checked off. Why is that? Okay, more than likely, so Pattern's missing, so that should be checked off. I still have Washi, 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 Grateful, Journal, Share to Spread. Share to Spread, Share to Spread. All right, well, I'll calculate that later. I won't make you guys try and figure that out with me. Oh my gosh, you are too much. Can you show that, please? Because I need. Look at Mr. Crafty's doing. He's being Nancy Drew.
So Pattern, I don't know what that one says. Too much.
Paper Punch Buffet. Dress the Honeys. Okay, that was the first one I did. Random. Grid. That was self-cared. Stickers were used. Smashed. What's that one? Layers. That one. That was Late Night Crafty Club. What was that again? Random. Okay. Sticky. And okay, out of comfort. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. Interesting. I don't know, guys. See, and I don't have, all right. Counting is hard, you guys. I'm just giving you guys more material to judge me over, that's all. How'd she get this job? She can't count. She can't think of words. Yes, my hostessing skills are going downhill real fast, guys. Get it while you can. I don't know where I'm going to be next week. I can't even keep track. Okay, so, all right, so I'm about ready to dive in. I think I want to go with finishing up this one because I really would like to have some. Oh, actually, you know what? I should probably, even though it's fun to do pockets, I'm going to at least do one of these because I would like to show you how I do them. This is definitely something people have been doing for a while, but I'm just going to be real clear about how one can do this. So where's my scissors? Okay. Okay, I'm just checking in on the, I'm checking in the, hi Pam, welcome. I know, right, Melissa? Mr. Crafty on my gratitude page every day. He's the best partner in the world. I just am so grateful for him. I could not do any of what I do without him. And I didn't even know he was going to do any of this. When we got married, I was just like, I married him for completely different reasons. and then he ended up being like superstar as far as like helping me achieve this. And at first it was just about, oh, I just want to grow my Instagram channel. It's so fun. I didn't really know in the beginning when we first got married that any of this was really going to happen. So these journal cards are set up so that you can put them in pockets. You can put them in your traveler's notebook or on any of the spreads. But in the Lister's Got, well, yours doesn't say Lister's Got a List. Okay, mine does, yours doesn't. Yours says something about challenges or something like that, prompts or something. So the way that the cards are set up, you can use them to kind of just like decorate the spaces. Again, this is set up just to do 8 prompts a month. If you want to do more and add your own stuff. This is what I mean about smashing in stuff. I'm going to be adding in these cards. I'm going to be doing some of my prompts in the pockets too, because I am just loving the pockets. They're so much fun. So that's how I'm doing my challenge stuff. I have kind of been really enjoying doing the listing in my junk journal. There's like a huge amount of prompts that were offered in the handbook, and I've been loving them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back and do some of the summer listing prompts as well. And I really love the, really love these. So some of the cards are set up for you to journal on, and some of them are set up just to be like pretty, you know, like just to add into a pocket or whatever you're working from. So these are more set up for you to actually list on and use. So I haven't taken the time to actually cut them all up yet. I'm going to just put a couple in here just to do them. I'm also not doing the prompts in any particular order. I'm doing them as I feel like. They are numbered, but I'm not going in order. I'm going how I want to. So you can do the same thing, or you can stick, you know, if you are the kind of girl, you're like, nope, I stick to the order, the rules. So here's the number that will tell you the order in which to do them. So it was giving you like a prompt a day, basically, is kind of how the listers is formatted. But I am a free spirit. I do what I want when it comes to listing. Right, Paula G? Taking a book out of your playbook, ma'am. Paula says, I drive a truck. I do what I want. So I'm adopting that, but, you know, in a more introverty way. So when it comes to listing, I do what I want. It's my playbook. So this is how you could set up your listing pages. Is you can use the spot there and embellish it the way you want, or you could just put a little journal card in the spot and then do your listing on that. And then how I'm using the list form of the prompts, not the tickets. And top 5 things to do before a trip. So I'm going to just pick number 1 as my, so as an example, okay, I've been keeping the number with it when I can. I also am kind of sloppy how I cut it because I like it being wonky and not perfect. So like as an example, this might be something I do is like put it here at the bottom and then answer that question. This might be something that I just put a honey on. I treat it like a little place to have fun and make a little, the same thing I would do here in a pocket is I would do here in my list pages. So for instance, it might be that, you know what I'm saying? Like it just might be a fun, I might dot these with some just fun things that have nothing to do with writing. So also to add color. So when it comes to I'm going to glue this one down. Where's my glue stick? Thank you, Miss Debbie. She says that basically I keep it real here. My little messy and perfect self. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because the more I try to convey a look of everything's good on here, I'm perfect, the less it will make you feel like we can be friends, because she's like, perfect, how can I be friends? I'm not perfect. She does everything perfect. But you will not find that here with me. And with each passing month, I see myself getting more and more imperfect as time goes on. So, but I find that it's just definitely more fun for us to laugh about it than it is to be embarrassed by it, which is definitely new for me, I'll be honest. And it is, and thank you, Miss Pem DeJong. I love this community so much. It is my heart. It's my favorite part of what I get to do, and it is an absolute pleasure to get to hang out with such lovely people every day. What pound paper do you use for journal cards? So I use a cardstock. Cardstock comes in different poundages. One of the most thick forms is the 110 pound. Mark, do you happen to know offhand what the cardstock we use is? What poundage? I don't know that it's 110. That does sound pretty strong. I think there's like 70, I want to say, and then there's like 110. I want to say we're not using 110. Oh, okay. This is working. Okay. All right. So there's my... Also, I'm going to add a little outline around this because it's like white on white, and I just want to make it stand out a little more and be kind of fun. So I'm kind of being messy in how I do this little outline, like being kind of sloppy. There, which I think is a little bit more fun, and in itself it's a little bit more like, woo, it's decoratey. And now I'm digging into my layering circles, my very favorite things to decorate with, craft with. Which you'll see right here is a small one. I was just looking to see if I had any that could play along with this. Sometimes you can, now if you change your mind after the fact and you're like, oh, I wish I would have put a layering circle down before I put the journal card, just like as an example. I sometimes find that too, is like, I wish I would have done it differently. So I'm going to just cut my journaling circle, and then you could just like put it at the top here as if you had done it, as if there's the other half is underneath there. You know what I'm saying? All right. So ours is 110. Every time I say, I don't think it's this, it usually is this. You'd think I would just learn that. It's far too long. And sometimes you can cover up an existing one. Like you can change what's there with something else. Like this little word strip says, let's go somewhere. But isn't it more fun to say, let the wild rumpus begin? That's from last night's card. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to change that. Let me see if I can find a good, what's already here. This has got so much lines in it already. I want to be more like, I don't know, more solid or more like tone it down, because it's got to be more, it's got to be different than what's there. Let's put it that way. So I'm going through my washi and seeing what else I could use. As an example, like putting floral with it would tone it down a little bit, because it's very much gritty and lots of lines. So if you wanted to add a little bit of washi, you could. I don't know if this will look good together, but supposed to wait. Okay, so then another thing I could do is add another journaling sticker to make it stick, to keep it down. I'm using my Meaningful here. All you need to do is search within. I've grown to love this song so much. We've been using it from this playlist. You know, we try to provide some background music for you guys, and this song has grown on me. There's a lot of good music on this platform that we buy. We pay a fee every month so that we can include music in our lives, and there's a lot of music on it that's I'm really starting to love, as much as anything I would hear on the radio. All we need to do is search within. Okay. All we need to do is search within. Not the best singer, so sorry. Okay, cutting up some more cards. Hi, Miss Kathleen, I see you. Sherry says that she just used all her ink again. Her hubby's gonna go crazy. Well, I hope it's a quick trip and then he's back to his sane self. I hope that it... Maybe that's what you guys need to start asking for like birthday and Christmas is is ink. More ink, please. Okay, so there's 204 of you watching our show. Can you please give me a like on the video, because it helps the video get up higher in the algorithm of YouTube. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, because when I post a video, it'll show up in your subscriptions. If you hit the little bell notification, it will actually send you a notice when I have a new video posted too as well. So, hi, Miss Sue's Fish. You have nail envy. You know, I have found that French tips are like the best type of nail to get, because they last really long. They can start growing out and it's not noticeable. I'm kind of, I don't know if it's the introvert in me, but I get really, I don't know, I guess kind of lazy about going back to the salon. I just don't want to go. I sitting there and having them work on my nails, like I don't really enjoy it. So I postpone it as long as I can. And French tips allow that. They're more forgiving than any other type of nail. So FYI those. Also budget friendly, because you can just get your nails done once a month. It's harder to see the grow out when you get them. Here's a little tip. Okay, I killed a glue stick. It's official. Should you kill a glue stick, a sticker sheet, any of your craft stash, please let us know in the comments so we can celebrate your victory, that you've been using it enough, that you used it up. That's what we want to hear. Karen says it's okay. Her voice told her that she sang like a country music singer. Which I'm sure may have been offensive to you, since you're a rock and roll girl, you say. Hi, Carolyn. There you go. Mr. Crafty just posted a link in the group. That's your HP has an instant ink program, so it will keep track of how much ink your printer's using, and when it sees you kind of like getting low, it will just automatically send you ink. I hear a lot of really good things about it. So hi, Miss Kim. I'm sorry you were missing my live cast. I haven't been doing any lives from YouTube because I've been in YouTube jail. I recently got out. Mr. Crafty and I are on parole now. So we are back to being on YouTube, which is a great time for you guys to hit my subscription button, hit the little notification. I will warn you that even if you hit the bell, it doesn't always make it obvious. It's still, I notice that they still don't, YouTube still doesn't make that like really accurate in my opinion, because I've subscribed to lots of people and I don't see their stuff either. What they like to do is they like to focus on their recommended feed. That's what you'll notice when you open up your YouTube app. You'll see everything they recommend to you, and you actually have to go find your things you're subscribed to. It's kind of weird. I think it should be the opposite, but that's just my opinion, YouTubes. I want to put a honey in here. You know you got to have a honey. I have no honeys going on, so I feel like I need one. This girl right here, this sassy girl with her little frock, I'm loving her. Plus these are printed on clear sticker stock, which is my favorite material for my honeys. Good night, Miss Wendy. I'm glad you were able to catch me over there in Europe, from Europe. Miss Sharon asked about the fall playbook. I don't have a date offhand. I don't remember what we had decided, I'll be honest with you. It'll come out around when fall begins, before fall begins, which I think is sometime in September. So I don't know the date offhand. So see, Mary is celebrating her instant ink. Bonnie says that she loves printing now because of instant ink. Isn't that nice how time goes by and like there's new conveniences that pop up? We are very spoiled here in America with all of our fun little conveniences. Amazon does that. I noticed that they offer the little, I forget what they call them, but they're those little buttons. Like when you start buying a certain product from a company, it'll start managing your use for you, and it'll tell you, hey, you need some of these. Kim, I didn't get an ankle bracelet. It wasn't that serious, but We have learned our lesson. Mr. Crafty and I they've scared us straight. We're not going to be on their list again. It's very easy to end up in YouTube jail, I feel. And you don't get it. The worst part is you don't even get a court hearing. You don't even get to plead your case in front of a judge. You're just guilty. Trying to get this honey. Yay, thanks Karen. She just pointed out that it was, a second ago it was 53 likes and now it's 111. Good job, girls. If you haven't liked this video, if you could give it a like, I would be forever grateful. We have learned that YouTube, I didn't realize this, I'll be honest with you. I've never asked for subscription, like subscribe and like. I don't usually do that. It's new to me. But YouTube very much rewards you. The more your video is liked, commented on, that you interact with it, the more they will push your video into their algorithm. They'll reward you. Just like every other social media platform, they will reward you for that. Okay, so this little girl, I love how with the clear sticker stock, you can see the pattern underneath will come through. So she's got these like numbers and letters coming through her dress, which I happen to like. So I am just picking stuff that I want to match up to her, which ones I like. These are really, really good. Miss Damaris, are you with us or are you elsewhere? Miss Damaris did the prompts for the last of the Listers Got a List, the You Are Here prompts, and they're really good. 5 things I do every summer. Complain about the heat. That's number 1. I hate the heat. I'm so glad when summer ends. Sorry to those of you that love the summer. Summer and I are not pals. So I'm going to put this one. You can put your prompts. There's kind of like a little white space up above each spot. So you could put your prompts up here. I'm kind of loving them down below personally. Hi, Miss Norma. You're working on your summer collage. So what are you guys working on in your playbook? I would love to hear. Miss Kimberly Jones, should you be, you're looking for recommendations? I'm going to give you my personal recommendation. This is a very beloved printer. This is the Epson PictureMate. And I think, let me double check here. So this will go up to 5x7. It prints 4x6s. And then you can do, it has a few other size functionalities. This is something that a lot of scrapbookers love. I know that this is something Allie Edwards uses. So I've seen it mentioned frequently by people who print a lot of stuff, that do pocket pages and that kind of thing. And I'm really happy with it. I like to use matte paper in it. It tends to like the glossy style, but I don't like glossy. So it will print to a matte paper if you want to use like a different, Mr. Crafty just posted the link in it for you. Under the Reset Girl, it says printer, photo, Epson, PictureMate. This is my superstar printer for that. And I bought it because people who do pocket printing, like they do pocket pages, they kept saying, this is my favorite printer, this is my favorite printer. So I heard it enough times that I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I am really happy with it. It's very user-friendly, which is what I'm looking for. When I open a package and just start, I don't want to look at the directions really. I just want to be able to figure it out, but that it's so easy you can just figure it out. And there's an app that goes along with it too. So that is the one I recommend. I think it's on my favorites page too. Okay, so people are doing memory keeping, art journaling. Kristen's catching up on June. Patty Elaine is doing her summer collage. B is gluing journal cards into her playbook. Hi, Miss Rochelle. Lynn Myers, I listed my prompts on a separate sheet and smashed it in between the 2 pages. That's awesome, girl. There's your smashed. Cody says I've smashed in a paint chip card that I stitched into a pocket. That's super fun. Ugh, I wish Miss Kelly Bangs was on the live with us. I forgot to ask for a Crafternoon graphic in the Facebook group, so you guys could share your projects that you're working on right now. Okay, so 5 things to do every summer. I personally am a big fan. I really like to do my decorating first and then do the listing or journaling. That's kind of, I don't know. I think it's fun to do it that way. But you can do it any way you like. That's my style. So I like to get all my pages decorated and then go back and do the listing part later. So what can I put here? I could put something totally different, like a photo. Okay, let me grab something really quick. I have, I cleaned up and organized after the last session we were together. Bug and Me Creations is working on catching up on her bingo card and then listing. So there's another Kimberly Jones. There's 2 Kimberly Joneses in our group. Anna is trying to figure out how to print pictures on her Canon. It can be tricky to resize pictures, that's for sure. We have Lisa on the Ranch is working on July memory keeping. B, the big inkjet we use is a photo printer, and it's the Epson. I think it's an Epson 8. Mr. Crafty, is it an Epson 860? Yes. It's an Epson 860. That's the one that Mr. Crafty prints. He's actually prints our stickers on that in the past. So, Tracy. Hi, Miss Tracy in the Dakotas. Don't you know? You are doing your junk journaling. Miss Diana. Oh, and Tracy, by the way, I have your mug. I have it in my little stash of mugs. So I have that with me in the RV. Miss Diana making 2 more art pages. Martha is working on her word hunt, and then she'll be moving on to listing. Lady Prepper, which I'm sorry, I'm still seeing Lady Pepper. Every time I see her name, that's what my eyeballs say. She's catching up on her gratitude. Oops, yep, girl, I'm right there with you. Lindselle is doing her junk journaling. No worries there. You continue. Junk journaling is so much fun. Hi, Sloan. You made it. KE is doing organizing her craft space. That works. The more you're organized, the more you can do your crafting when you're done. Cindy is, she says, I'm with you, sister. I don't like summer. Karen is working on a TN insert. Kathleen just got back to the hotel room after the wedding things all day and watching you. Yay. Kimberly Jones says, I hate summer too. Yay, we're in the Hate Summer Club. I think fall is the best season of the year, followed by winter for sure. And then I'm okay with spring, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. Spring is amazing here. Victoria just added the summer prompts in her planner. Excellent. Yay, Peggy's sweet husband made her a new shelf unit, so she spent all afternoon trying to organize it. That's awesome. Carrie is installing her first HP ink, so she is ready to go. She's ready to be printing. Mazda, I'm gathering right now. She's gathering up her pictures, etc. Sloan's like, Cori's Craftathon weekend. It is, isn't it? There's the link to the 860 Miss B. You asked about which one we use for the larger. That is truly a photo printer. It really excels at printing on glossy. When we were doing physical stickers, Mr. Crafty actually printed our stickers with that printer. And so if you managed to buy any of them, you'd see the quality is amazing. Glossy is just incredible on it. Teresa is organizing. Bonnie says that I love the colors of spring and the weather of fall. That's a good write-off. That's a good compromise, isn't it? And I find that the weather of fall and spring are kind of similar. Like depending on where you live in the country, they can feel the same. They look different, but they feel temperature-wise the same thing. So Anna says the word hunt was kind of a challenge. I haven't done it yet, so I love word hunts. Laurette says that she's working on art journaling. Suzanne is working on some fussy cutting today. So some of you guys are organizing. The Organized Dream says, I'm vegging out watching you after organizing my kitchen all day. Well, I'm guessing that organizing is your thing, girl, because you're calling yourself the organized dream. So maybe it is very exhausting. I would invite you over here to help me organize my craft room. From wherever you are, come hither and help me, because doing organization is my dream too, but it's not something I'm good at. Wildflower is cooking brekkie, which means you're in Australia, because Australians always call it brekkie, which I think is so fabulous. I would steal that word, but I think it would sound, I don't know, it just wouldn't sound normal if I said it, but I love it. It's one of my favorite Australian terms. So some of you guys are definitely doing some, some of you guys are doing some like organizing, cleaning while we are here. Oh, I just moved that away, and I actually pulled it forward because I wanted to put it in here. So I was thinking, I have this spot right here. If I could find some like images that I could use with my 3x4, that my little photo crop, that I would use them. I have a couple. I love this girl, but I do not like this dress. I don't like the colors in it at all. And I feel like it would, I don't know, maybe I just need to make her a different dress, huh? I don't think I've done that before, where I've made a different dress for a real person. I've only done it on the honeys. That would be a new challenge, but I think she's adorable, and I love how she's holding the little flower on her face, but not loving this dress at all. It looks, I don't know, it's a bad pattern. To me, it is a bad pattern. Like the colors are just not, I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody who's like, oh, I love that dress. And I'm just like, I hate it, it's awful. So what I'm doing is looking for a 3x4. So the image will be the approximate size of all the other journal cards here. And I'm just going to steal her, like the top part of her, and I think I might change that dress out she has. I think that could be a fun challenge. I love a challenge. But she's one of my favorite girls in this catalog. So let's give her a better dress, and let's take her and put her in here, because she's definitely helping tell my story of like my little epic road trip and my girls' getaway that I'm on. Okay, and then one thing I like to do is, instead of taking pictures where I just do it, like center the girl right there in the middle of the journal card, I like to shift it over so that it's kind of like using the rule of thirds. It makes the photo a little more interesting, like visually. Even if I have to slice off part of her hand or her hair, I'm okay with that. So sorry girl, I'm cutting yet another girl. So I think finding a way to change her dress is actually going to be kind of fun. That will be getting out of my crafty zone, as I'm doing something for the first time. So there she is. She has a beautiful smile. So, but she needs something else. Now, I kind of feel like I want to put her in a black and white dress, because I don't want there to be too many competing patterns on this paper. Maybe she needs something a little more bold. Let me see. So here's one pattern that could work, because it's not really conflicting too much with this one across the way. But that's not really my first choice. I'm gonna keep looking around. I also have this pattern, which is, it's kind of big. The scale is very large, so you won't be able to tell what she actually has on. These are my smaller scrap pieces that I have in this little bin. It's like a little bitty one. Okay, this is the kind of dress I was thinking of, like a pattern like this. So if I can't find something in like a really beautiful coral, I'm going to go that direction. And actually, I just thought, now that I just said that, I just thought of a paper I have that would be perfect for her. Let me see if I can find it though. Okay, I got to pull some of my paper out, so hold please. I don't really know where all my paper is.
Need help, sweetie?
I don't have a good solution for my paper, honey.
Yeah.
This makes it hard to pull all this out. I think the paper I'm looking for in my head, I have a feeling I don't actually have it. And then that means that the only place it could be is in our storage. What was that? That would be weird, right? Thank you for coming to help me.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Even if you weren't able to help me. Oh, snap. That's kind of weird. It's like babe, would you do me a favor? Could you look in that cabinet? There's a thing like upright of some scrapbook paper, and I have some things in there too. It could be in there.
Not much, but yeah, I'll grab it.
Well, all I need is one sheet of what I'm looking for, so it could.
So you're hoping.
Yeah, that it could be that.
Boxes.
Yeah, I have a paper situation going on here. BB, it's right here. Yes, that's the paper I was looking for.
I knew it was there.
Yay!
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, slim pickings in here.
No, I didn't.
And I'm like, no, it only takes one sheet. That's all I need. Okay. I bought 25 sheets of this pattern because I loved it so much. I think she's going to look amazing in this pattern. Okay, so what do we got to do? So first we're going to cut a smaller little piece here. Okay, that's all I need. I just cut into that whole huge thing for that one piece. And now I am looking for, I'm always looking for something, right? Isn't that what part of crafting is you're always looking for something. I definitely think the paper part of crafting is the hardest part to organize. Where I'm at in the RV, it's especially daunting. Okay, keep crafting, girls. Don't stop. Keep organizing, crafting, cleaning, whatever you're up to. Keep it up. This isn't that situation where when the teacher leaves the room and all the kids go start talking and breaking rules. Miss Grunecker's eyes are everywhere. Okay, here we go. Okay, I found what I was looking for. So I used the vellum to create my pattern. Looking for my pencil. Here's my pencil. Okay. So I'm going to cut myself another piece of vellum. So all I'm doing right now is I'm going to lay the vellum over her dress, and then I'm going to trace it. I'm tracing around her arm, her elbow, because I'm going to replace this dress. So I have to make sure I account for every curve, every little piece of jewelry, anything that's in the way of that dress, I have to account for it, or it will look weird. Okay, so, oh, and the other thing I need to do is give it a place to cut it off here at the bottom. Okay, so there's the dress. And make it as small as possible. Okay, now I'm going to position it where I want it to be. What do I want in that pattern? Do I want this kind of feathery type of thing showing? Do I want it to be lower where it's got this? I think this is kind of cool. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try something new. Normally I cut them out in two different pieces, but because this is such one big piece, I'm just going to kind of tack it down. I'm lining up the lower part of the dress, like where it gets cut off, with the lower part of the paper. So that's my starting point. And then I'm going to get my fussy scissors on. Miss Rachel, we are going to be offering the junk, the, what do you call it? The Camp Wannacraft. We're going to be offering the workshops only if you would like to take those classes so that you can learn how to do the junk journal. And then it will come with all the different printables as well. So it's like doing a very abbreviated version of camp. You're just doing the classes and have the printables, so you can kind of build your junk journal if you are interested. Mr. Crafty and I are getting that. We're going to be getting that prepped to put back in the store so people can buy that we're not able to do camp. And then you'll have all the classes that we did during camp. Okay, so there is my dress. There's my girl. And then there's her pretty dress, which is a really nice color contrast to this like pop of green over here and the blue over here. And it looks way cuter than, like, I would buy that dress in a heartbeat. I think that is not nearly as pretty. So we just changed what we didn't like. And it's kind of fun because it does look a little bit like more dimensional. You can tell that it's kind of sticking up off of her body. Now this is not going to be a prompt per se. So I'm going to give her a fun little okay, that's too visually the same. I need to find some layering circles I can use here. So I'm going to find and then I'm going to find a little okay, and she's getting a little word strip that says, "This is the sweet life." And I'm feeling like I want to do some little stars right here on this little R for her. So those of you who didn't go to camp, we're going to be releasing the camp classes, and it goes into the junk journal and how I set up my junk journal. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I did in my junk journal or how we did the classes that's different. I like went out of my way to make my stuff different than anything I ever saw on YouTube, because that's what I really like, is being different and having like different things to show you. And I felt like that was like a really fun thing. There are so many nuances in the classes and stuff that I shared that is kind of more fun, I think, that kind of ties in other aspects of not just constructing a junk journal, but then the things you can do in the junk journal, doing the scrap journaling, learning how to layer. So it's very robust. There's a lot of things you learn. It's not just putting together a junk journal, because I think there are a lot of resources, but I really feel strongly that our classes were different than that. It wasn't just the some junk journals out there I didn't feel like was a good fit for what I was trying to do with ours. And I think ours goes into detail and shows tons of sections, ideas for it. So I am a big fan of what we ended up with, for sure. I really loved how it all turned out. And I feel really proud of it, that we had such a a great collection of things. There was watercoloring, mixed media. There's a lot of fun stuff that you can learn how to do in your book. I am trying to find, I need some more I'm trying, ooh, that's another, see, that's another pattern I would have loved on her too. Like, this is one of my favorite. That's a very, I have very minimal amount of that left though. I need to find, I need some more glitter paper is what I'm looking for. Just so you know, because it's 3:12 and technically our junk journal might be, you know, would technically end at 4. If it goes longer, which I foresee it doing, then you can just consider that a bonus, because normally I try to be done in 2 hours, but I want to get some more of this accomplished, so I just want to craft longer. So if you need to go, please feel free to do so. We have 50 minutes, but I just have a feeling, you know, it's going to take me a little longer. Okay, woo, here's another piece. Woo, okay, I was nervous there. This champagne gold glitter paper is like giving me life. I love it. Love it. Miss Emmy, you're saying, I wish you would resell the kit. Which kit are you talking about? I'm just to clarify. What kit am I not reselling? Are you talking about the Camp Wannacraft kit? We only made so many of those. That's part of the problem. I think that is probably what you mean. We only made so many because Mr. Crafty and I had to put them together ourselves, and we were concerned about how much space it takes up and time it would take to do. So we kind of had to shoot kind of on the low side to do them. I know it would be awesome to be able to have one for everybody who wanted one. Okay, so there's one. I just like putting a little bit of something sparkly. I think that stands out in such a good way. Oh, nice. Cozy just said that the closed captioning, YouTube's closed captioning is really an awesome, awesome thing. I benefit from it all the time when I don't want to open the video and watch it completely, or I have to watch something in a quiet setting. It's nice to have it. But yes, sometimes it's very creative in what it thinks you're saying. So when I say craft, it thinks I'm saying something else. I'm obsessed with this glue pen. I love it. I love the way it feels. It's so easy to use. And I was trying to use this stuff earlier. This is not as convenient as this. And the Tacky Glue product is a very classic glue. It's a really great all-purpose glue. And this is, I'm very, very pleased with this. And I hope I have 2. I think they sell it in a 2-pack on Amazon, but I'm not sure what I have. So, I love her. I feel like I saved her. I gave her something prettier to wear. There definitely will be there will be kits for next camp for sure. Well, let me take that back. Mr. Crafty and I might be doing it differently. It might not be a kit. It might be like different pieces that you could do. Miss Teresa Prescott, thank you. She said, camp was the best. Learned so many new techniques. KE, I was blessed to go to Camp Wannacraft and can't recommend the classes enough. What a wonderful opportunity. I learned so much during camp. That was definitely what our plan was to expose you to lots of different things. And the camp was definitely meant for people who were more beginning to intermediate, because I really wanted us to focus on more like basics and fundamentals. So I was really happy that so many people really enjoyed it for that reason alone. So here's this side. Now I'm going to do this side. And then, like I said earlier, this would just kind of, you know, get put in here, be smashed in here too. So how am I doing? Where's my bingo sheet? I feel like I'm not paying attention enough to that, and I'm missing opportunities here. So something happy. Yes, ma'am. Something happy indeed was changing her dress. That made me feel good. Where is... Okay, come on now. Okay, you hear me rattling around. I'm fighting with my stuff here in the background. So I'm going to give myself credit for something happy. Am I going to be getting rid of another glue stick today? Something happy. I need to do, what else can I do here? I need a washi, a stamp leaven, and strips. Those are things I can do here in my thing. Okay, so she's going to be part of this section too, but she's going to go into her own separate pocket. And then I have these smaller 3x3 pockets, which, by the way, I think I have the bonus pieces. I mentioned that there was, I said that these three things fit in this size pocket right here. So I think I'm going to put one in here. So that can go together with that, which is a really nice blue, or it can go with this. I think I like this the best. So I'm going to add this too, just for a little extra something. And I'm just going to put it somewhere. I might just put it somewhere random in the summer section. Like, it doesn't have to be just in the listing, since it's just little photos. It's more like a fun little, either that, or I do turn it into a listing thing, since there's room for journaling on that one. Let me see. It would have to be something that would be like really, really like a short question. Best things about this week, adventures I want to have, best summer memories, things to fear on a road trip, no bathrooms, July memories, songs I blast on the radio, road trip snacks, best drive-through, favorite movies featuring cars, things to do on a road, how I spend the weekend, currently in my backpack, how I will spend the weekend. I'm going to do that because for me that's a very short answer. So that's what I'm going to use for this little prompt here. And oh, Emmy says, I can't wait for next camp. I just found this community, so I missed out. Oh, shucks. Miss Emmy, how did you find this community? And Erica, hi, Miss Erica. I haven't seen you in a while. Where did I find these pocket pages? These came from Amazon. And these little guys come from this variety pack. As you can see, I got very obsessed with this size and I bought tons of them, but I left some for you. I bought this big supply from scrapbook.com. Yeah, almost 1000% sure on that. And these are from the Snap. They're by Simple Stories, and they're all 4x6, so they're very small. And they have a variety, so you can have like little 2x2 pages, some that are like mixed, like a 4x4 and 2x2, and then there's 3x4s. They're really a lot of fun. Here's the junk journal I have that I made in camp. And so back here in my memory keeping, I can show you. So like the little ones, they're like little miniature in comparison to the bigger pages. So there's one, and here's another one that has like the little, I like to put like my smaller, here's another example. Here's like a 4x4 and two 2x2s that go in there. Here's another one. This was our junk journal kit that we did. So here's some pictures I put in mine. So the little ones are like adorable. Aren't they so cute? This is a 3x8. And then here's one that has like the little grid. And I need to put one in there. So, and then you decorate the back of it. Here's another one. So these little pages are super fun. I just discovered them in time for camp, thank goodness. But clearly I'm obsessed. But you can run them through your disc bound punch and put them. My Playbook is disc bound, so I'm just going to run these through my punch and just repunch them so they'll work with my Playbook. Oh, how funny. Emmy says, I searched for camp-themed junk journal on YouTube, and whatever video I watched, the Camp Wannacraft was mentioned. That is so cool. Well, I'm very glad you found us. You are going to find that this is like the most awesome group of ladies. And I hope that you feel like this is your little second crafty home, because it's a lot of fun. All the little live events we do. And we'll be doing a winter camp, and then we'll do summer camp again. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this little thing. Personally, because I'm kind of treating this whole little miniature spread, I feel like the page up above can be a place to put a prompt as well. So let me see how this will work. If I put it up here, or how about I put it on the side? And be different. There. So how I will spend the weekend. And then both of these go together in my answer. And then I'll just put something on the back. And then this will be one whole prompt, and this can be another prompt that I just answer kind of like visually. How about that? Okay, where's my bingo sheet? I just don't want to... Strips. Okay, so strips. That's where I'm at. I'm looking for my favorite paper that I love these days is, oh, I see some. Oh, I see some other paper too. Okay, I need a second. I need a bigger, I always think my desk should be big enough, but it rarely is. I feel like I always want it to be bigger. Bigger still. Okay, so craft paper has been one thing I've been loving, but I'm gonna see what other, I'm gonna see if I have wood grain that's big enough to put in. I just need it to be big enough to put in this space. So I need a 3x4, which that meets the criteria. So I'm gonna knock out the bingo prompt for strips. I'm going to do something I was really loving in camp, and this is going to be, it's kind of interesting. I'm responding to a bingo prompt rather than a lister's prompt, but I'm okay with that. I'm not keeping track really. I'm just kind of having fun here. So let me show you what I have in mind. What I would like to do is make some strips, and I'm just going to build something that's fun and visual like she is. She's not really a prompt. She's just like a fun filler. So that's what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to do it using little bits of paper. I've been keeping my little bits here in this tray so I don't lose them. This might feel too redundant to use this, so I might not get to use it. It might look too much like her. It might be fine. Maybe I'll move it over here so it's a little further away, not so close to her here. I'm already loving how that looks. So I'm basing this largely on color, what I'm picking. Just whatever is standing out to me. Okay, that's all the strips I had in there. This is too much more black and white. What is this? That's more of that pink. So this is a job for my scrap stash. So let me pull this stuff away. And now I'm going into this little anything and looking for more, a lot of times I turn to a map as one of my solutions because the colors are so yummy. So I'm going to go ahead and steal some of this green paper from a map. I already tackled my black and white. There's different types of map. I really like this one that has so much color in it. So let me see if I can get like a different strip here. So there, that one gives me more color to work with. Okay, so now I'm dipping into my scrap stash. I'm looking for more papers that I can use to build strips because strips is one of the prompts. So that's why I keep a scrap stash, because I can find little strips of things, little bits of things that can be used, especially in the scrap journaling technique that I love so much. So I definitely keep an eye out for that. This is a really fun bus ticket. I don't want to cut that up necessarily. I'm going to put that to the side though, because in the past I have cut those up. Judy Maynard, glue stick down. I repeat, glue stick down. Please resume your crafty activities. Had there been an actual emergency of no glue available, a crafty buddy would have been called. Judy, you are so witty, so clever. I love it. So Judy has killed a craft stick. And Netta is asking me, are you still coming to Australia? Miss Paula G is working on that. We have every intention of coming. We actually have reached out to somebody in our crafty community there in Australia to help us with those details. So we should be announcing Australia soon. I don't know when. I haven't been given the details yet. I can't wait to make it official. And it's just a matter of, you know, the where, obviously. You guys are all over the place. So I think the where is going to be, hopefully, honestly, I don't quite know how long it takes to drive from one end of Australia to the other. So I don't know how big of a contention this will be for most people. Like, is it doable to get to from one end to the other? I'm hoping that that's something most people who are interested in going will be able to do. But the details are going to be soon. Ooh, I like that card. It's a Project Life card. It's like a little vintage playing card. Okay, I think I have enough strips. In fact, I might have too many, but that's good, right? Options. And this is like so freaking delicious. So I think on here, what I want to do is use a word strip. What happened to my pile of word strips? Did I not have a big old pile of them? They're not these. Good grief. Okay, they're not those. I've been fiddling around with these word strips all day, and now I have misplaced them. Did anybody see my missing word strips? Repeat, word strips are missing. I repeat. Hi, Miss Lisa. You are from Aussie land, and it's okay that you're late. We were just talking about that. Cozy says, can't wait for Australia. Rebecca asked, do we know what year you are going? We are trying to do it for 2021, spring of 2021. That is our trying to nail that down. So Netta says it would take, days to drive across country. Really? Okay. It takes a very long time, Lisa says. Okay, so maybe flying is really more of the... Thank you! Thank you, Miss Cody. Thank you. My eyeballs didn't even go over there. She says that you put the words in your box with the little remote. Thank you so much. What would I do without you guys? I'm my own worst enemy. Okay, so now it comes this is like where we get down to business, is making the final contestants. Okay, so I'm kind of That one needs more. I need to put a word strip in the strips. So do I have enough room to do that? Let me see. So I would need like there. Oop. Okay, so there's space right here for a word strip. Now these are all way too small. So I'm definitely going with white, which is fine. But that's too much white to put with it, I think. I think that needs to be down below. The balance of white with a word strip. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. It is the which one do I pick? Now this right here is very long. This would fit right in with this group if I trimmed it down. So that's one option. I'm going to put him to the side. And I'd rather him be exactly the same size and not be short. I think that's the same one. Okay, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, which would be perfect, but this one's too, I don't know, I feel like it's too tall. So I think I'm going with the Ordinary Day. That's the same one. You Had Me at Hello. I don't know. That one kind of strikes my fancy too. Okay, so this is really yummy. I wish this was a real journal card. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim up everybody so that they're approximately the same sizes and they're not too long. I love that they're all kind of wonky, that they're not cut perfectly. I want them to be a little bit like that. I think it's more visually interesting. And You Had Me at Hello and Just Ordinary. Okay, so top of the morning to you is this little black and white dude. So the great thing with glue stick is it's very forgiving. It'll give you a chance to adjust should these like not get spaced the way you want, or I love this so much. I'm not sure if I want to put it in my playbook. I kind of want to put it somewhere else. I want to put it in my junk journal. Okay, so here's where I'm going to put my, okay, I just thought of something I want to do, so I'm fine with that being a little off to the side. Bet you guys can't guess what I want to add to this little tiny space right here to the left. Okay. For a second there, I was like, did we do the giveaway? Like, I don't even remember. I'm lost in a crafty fog. Okay, so one thing I could do is use one of my yummy little dots, and I could put a dot right there. That would be kind of fun. I think I just talked myself into it rather than do my little glitter star. But there's a heart right here. It's like a little minty blue heart. There's that. Let me see. Sometimes I just really like a simple shape. And I really love the enamel dots. These are something I've not gotten to play with a whole lot because I've been so in a planner. Ooh, isn't that yummy? Oh, that is so good. Where's my phone? I need to take a picture of that. Yay, Tracy just finished her first pocket page. Victory lap. Excellent. Good job, Miss Tracy. If you guys are finishing something for the first time, please let us know. We want to celebrate these crafty victories with you. Sometimes, like, you need the gold star in your refrigerator. You need someone to clap for you because it is hard finishing projects and pages. We're very good at starting things, and I think it's a little bit harder to complete. Okay, where's the rest of my pockets here? I feel like I'm kind of spread out here. So this is going in here like this, and then this actually would be, oh good, so the other girl won't. So this is, I don't know, you guys, I love this card so much. I'm not sure if I want to put it in my playbook. Oh, this is like the simple things. This right here, this is eye candy. It's like eating a crafty chocolate bar to me. It's like just deliciousness to my eyeballs. It is like the simplest thing, and yet it's just so good. If I saw this on Pinterest, I'd pin that. I couldn't pin it quick enough. And this is why I'm saying I need to start taking more pictures and putting it up on my blog and pinning it to Pinterest, because why is it that I'm pinning everybody else's stuff, but I don't even pin my own stuff? I've been crafty this summer. I've been crafting. I've been making stuff. I've been doing things. Finally, I have been crafty. So I'm kind of torn. I know that I have some of this paper. I might just make 2 of them, and that way I can have one in my junk journal and one here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm lost in love. I feel like I'm singing that Air Supply song. I'm like lost. Is it lost? I'm so out of... wait, maybe I'm singing the words in my head wrong. I'm so lost with... Okay, no, I'm not singing the words right, so never mind. It's not like an Air Supply song. I'm sorry, guys. I think my brain's getting tired. I'm making no sense. Okay, so let's see. That would be fun. I just love the pockets so much. Okay, so I'm leaving this little card out because I just don't know what to do with myself with that. So here's this side done. Here's that side done. I have this side in front of me. I might do a playing card next. I'm probably not giving myself enough room for actually journaling, am I? But that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. We're going to craft this anyway. Best things about this week. Favorite road trip quotes. Ooh, somebody's having a barbecue on. I can smell. There's barbecue smoke wafting into my craft room. I have to shut the window. Oh, that was getting strong. I think it's our neighbor, because I can see it in the air outside. We're like permanently crafting in this RV resort place we're at. You know what I want to do with this one? I think I want to turn it into another fun thing. I'm having more fun making visual things versus writing things, and I think maybe it's because I did so much scrap journaling in my junk journal that now I'm like, I just want to make pretty pictures. So here's my little pile of my completed playbook adventures here. So what do I need for this? What did I just think of? I think I want to put a honey on it, but I think I want to, believe it or not, I think I want to put a regular honey, not a transparent honey. Okay. Where are my honeys? Show yourselves. Okay. Okay, girls, I have to show you something. This has been in my stash. It's not a craft, like supply. It's something I think is so cute. I'm going to use it for my organization. But this is like this vintage 1960s desk organizer, and my mom had it when I was a really little kid. She had it in her desk and put pens and stuff in it, right? But at some point she gave it to me, and I want to say I was probably like 10 or 11 when I got it, and I took the time, I think this is so cute. I took the time to even make little labels for the segments. So clearly I don't have any ends, I just have odds. So I made 2 odds labels, a label for my paper clips, pens, and pencils. And that is little 10-year-old Cori's writing there. And I think it's so cute that I have wanted to be an organized girl for as long as I can remember, but I don't think that it's my natural inclination. And so I just think this was really cute. When my mom was going through, I don't know, some kind of, I forget how this came back into my life. I think that my dad incorporated it back into his desk at some point. Like he had it, and when my mom was cleaning out all his things, this rose to the surface, and I recognized my little writing, and I just thought that was so cute. So I now have my little, Max Klein is the company that made this. So I'm going to use this officially. I started using it last year. I think I was kind of putting some honeys in it, but I think I'm going to actually use it for my lives, like put my little essentials in it. This whole craft space is like kind of a nightmare right now. It's not at all, nothing is working for me. So I don't know what I'm going to put in it, but I love it. It just makes me feel so nostalgic for the little kid I was, and in my little attempts at trying to be organized. I just love, like, I'm going to label these. So anyway, I saw that in my supplies, and I thought I would share that with you guys because I knew of everybody I know that you would get a kick out of that. I'm sure a lot of you guys have little things from your childhood too, because that's kind of how we tend to roll as analog girls. We really like to hold on to things. Ooh, this is from so the Playbook Accessories kits. Let's talk. These are like life to me. They are so stinking awesome. And I use them a lot just for everything. But I have this fabulous vintage card. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll put one of these girls on it, but I also, going back to these, I have her. She could be on that card. She'd be a pop of color because she's wearing red and that's going on green. But, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Usually I've used these 2 girls. I've used them in my Faithful journaling. She actually, like, I can show you. Let me give you an example of what they can look like. So I have them in my faith journaling section. So here's her. She ended up on a journal card. So you can see how cute they can end up looking, right? And then she ended up on this long card, and then she was like the little extra embellishment I used. So I don't get tired of using the same honeys over and over. Not generally, especially because she doesn't have clothes on. I mean, I don't mean it that way. I'm sure she has clothes on underneath, but I'm saying like she's so simple. She doesn't have outfits that clash with things, so she's really easy to use. She, you know, I try to really look at what they're wearing to determine what I can use them with. So I feel like I could use her in here and on this card. So that's from my Playbook Accessories kits. Another fun thing I have on the Playbook Accessories kits are these fabulous little clusters, which I haven't used in a minute. So I think maybe I could possibly incorporate one of these. Let me see. That could look good with it. That one. So there, it has to go with her. She's got red on. That one could be good. Okay, I'm going to go, after all that, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go that one, and I'm going to go with this one. These are all printed on clear sticker stock. These are exactly the way I would, this is a combination of adding stamping with layering circles and floral. So it's like several of my favorite things all clustered together. This is exactly how I would decorate it, how I would make them. So I love that they're for you to use. Here are the fun stamping elements that also come with that kit number 1. Which are also super fun. I really love, this is one of my favorites. I feel like I've used a lot of these. I really like it because it says 1971. That's my year of birth. So I like that that's on there. Oh, I feel like I'm cutting something else underneath it. I probably am. Okay, so I think I want to use that too. And that's, I'm going to say that counts as stamping, everybody, because it is stamping. Another fun piece are these great little staple elements here. I like to keep things as flat as possible in my playbook. I try not to put all the other fancy stuff. Am I grabbing too much here? Yeah. So rather than put a bunch of like thicker things, that's why I really like the little staples and stitches. I think it's fun to kind of give it the look, but not really like for realsies be that thing. And then I don't know what I'm doing yet. I just pulled out some stuff that looked like it would be fun to play with. Okay, so we're just going to I'm just kind of pretending at this point that this is how I'm setting this up. This might be too much for what I'm trying to accomplish. That would be more of a better balance, I think. Although it'll be interesting to see what it's like when it's transparent. She's not transparent. This girl right here, she is solid. Solid as a rock. Or is it like a rock? That's what this love is. 'Cause we're solid like a rock. Okay, I think it is rock. I mean, I think it is like, oh my goodness. Words are hard. Yeah, you guys need to tune into my shows now. I don't know what it's going to be like next year. I'm going downhill fast, girls. Maybe my brain isn't getting enough of a nutrient or something. I honestly do not know. I feel like I've never had this much of a struggle thinking of the right word or saying the wrong thing. Like something comes out of my mouth that that's not what I meant. I don't even know why I said that. That kind of thing. Where's my 3x4? Where's my photo crop? There's my bingo thing. So I did strips. That's what I should do before I don't want to forget that part. I want to make sure I give myself my credit. Giving myself credit. Where's my bingo sheet? Where's my bingo sheet? Where's my bingo sheet? There it is. Okay. I just want to make sure that I have bingo strips. I did my strips. Journal grateful, washi, washi, washi. I don't really feel right about giving myself washi, washi, washi because I really, a couple pieces, I mean, you can give yourselves credit for washi, washi, washi if you use a couple pieces, but I know I can do better than that. I know that I have a bigger washi That's not big enough to do a whole journal card. This is so sad. I love this paper. This is literally the only piece of it left I have. This is from like an old Studio Calico sheet. So bummer. All it can ever be are little bitty bits. I'm going to go kind of back and forth on this one. I like the idea of it's a little deceiving when you use the clear sticker stock because it looks so solid, but it's not really solid. It's not going to look that way when you're done. So sometimes it's kind of makes me not sure of like, what am I going to end up with when I use that? I do think I want to put this along the side. So all I'm really doing is a quick little fussy cut where I'm just kind of clearing it up. None of this white that you see is actually going to show. I just like to get the matte material as minimal as possible because any kind of sheen I don't like. So I just want to make sure that I got that off there. So this is cool. This spans from 1962 to 1984, whatever this came from. I really like this. If I had a whole sheet of this, I would be so happy. Mr. Crafty. Oh, did you hear me say that out loud? I'm embarrassed. Yeah, because you said it out loud. Because you have a microphone. So that wasn't subtle? Oh, okay. Okay, so how can I want to curve her so that she's not cutting off this really lovely white outline. Okay, so I think this is a job. This is a job for my trusty vellum. So I think this will work. I just want to get that. So I'm laying that curve over her shoulder where I want it to land. And I'm lining it, the bottom of it up with the bottom of her. And I'm just going to pretend that cutting that curve and going right up there. So she should, yep, she does. So now she's been curved right here. So now it looks like she's part of the card and not kind of sitting on the card because I've trimmed her so that that little white outline, cream outline stays with her. Okay, so she is on, I'm not sure if she's on sticker paper. She doesn't feel like sticker paper. Oh, this little glue stick is getting super tacky because I left it open. So I'm going to have to switch gears to another glue stick. Mark, can you imagine how many glue sticks we've gone through? I bet you anything we have been the #1 customer for these glue sticks.
Well, yeah, if you consider the kits
When you think about, yeah, all the kits we've sold, the workshops, all of the kits we've made in the past, how many I've bought. We used to buy hundreds of them for each. There was a time I would say like we sold about 700 to 1,000 kits every single month, and every kit would come with this. So I don't even think of all the retailers they have. I think we've probably sold more of this product than anybody else, because I've been in all kinds of stores that don't carry it. That is my guess. That would be my very big assumption is that we have been. Their number one, hang on, I'm kind of, I actually do like it just like by herself. She doesn't need anything, but I just wanted to see what if I had this up here. I don't know, you guys. I'm not sure that I feel like she needs this. I kind of forgot that I wanted to use this actually. That's why I'm like shoving it in here. Trying to see, does it even make a difference now? Yeah, I kind of like her without it. I tend to like what feels very simple. But I could see me using like a single gumball and then adding the staples like it's stapled in, perhaps. Or let me see here. I do this all the time, which is why I have no problem showing you. Sometimes I just lay stuff down and I don't like, oh man, I wish I would have done it this way or added this. And so it is possible to fix stuff after the fact. It's just a matter of like, you know, is the glue dried or can you move? Like in this case, I can peel her back. But then, I don't know. I just don't know that I want, I think I feel torn, but on one hand, but then I'm not sure. It just, once I put it in place, I'm like, is that kind of cluttering it up or is it, I think she looks pretty cool like that. But what did I just say to myself? I said I could put, I think this is just the wrong sticker. So what if I found a sticker that would look, woo, bean. Kristen says, alert the presses, I killed 2 washi rolls this weekend. Wow, when you kill washi rolls, that's master crafting right there. It's hard to kill a washi roll. Good job, Kristen. It is hard to kill a washi roll. I've done it one time. And I think part of it's just because we just own so much darn washi. It's really hard to use it up. Okay. I'm going to add this, but I'm not sure if it's kind of like, I just don't know how much it adds to what I'm trying to do, I guess is what my point is I'm making this, what's the point of me adding this piece of a gumball? Is that really making it better? Is it like, oh, it's amazing? I kind of like that. So what I'm thinking here, this will be super easy, is I would just cut my, I would cut part of the layering circle, and then I would lay this like at the very top edge, like that. So it looks like it's still within the card. And then I'm gonna get my staples because I'm gonna add this and make it look like I stapled it down, but just kind of funny because did you really need 3 staples to staple that little tiny circle down? But yes, I did. Debbie says, I still have one of the glue sticks from the kits. It's not dried up and I'm hoarding it, which is dumb. Use the glue sticks. We had a lot of glue sticks die on us in the beginning because I bought a bunch up front, not realizing glue sticks definitely dry. And this particular glue stick, they used to have the big giant ones and they stopped making them because they would get mold on them. They just, doesn't that look amazing, you guys? That looks so real and authentic. I'm in love. Now this is another card I want to put in my junk journal. See, now I feel like I have 2 kids and I'm playing favorites. This is this is what I feared. This is why I was kind of thinking next year I want to make these things come together and not have 2 separate things, because I don't like this feeling of like I'm choosing one kid over the other. One's getting all the good stuff and one's getting the okay stuff, you know? I don't like that. I don't want to play favorites. What, Mark? The lesser babka, exactly. I want them both equally to have my love. Is that wrong? Okay, this is amazing. I love this. Ah, Okay, I don't know if I want to tack them down though yet. I feel like I can't commit. So, okay, but I'm going to give myself credit because that is stamp 11. I put 2 stamp elements on one small little thing. So I'm giving myself credit for that. And strips. Stamp 11 and strips. So let me do my stamp 11. Okay. Let me get my glue stick on here. Boop, boop. Okay. Okay. Share to spread journal. So washi, washi, washi. Let's make it happen. What time is it? 4:02. So officially this is like, you've now rolled over into your bonus time, girls. My Crafternoon is the one I tend to stick at 2 hours, but just kidding. I'm making it, it's happening. We're gonna go for it. But I want to get a washi, washi, washi thing going. So I just looked over and saw my library cards sitting here, and I'm thinking, let me see here. I can't fit that in here, but I could if I used a shorter pocket. Let me see here. If this was shorter, would it fit? Not really. Well, the card fit. The card kind of fits if I go over the line. That's fine. Who cares, right? I don't care. I'm deliberately not going to care. Okay, so here's my washi, washi, washi prompt that I'm getting rid of. Let's see what happens. I don't really know what this is going to look like. I might not. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this. I think the lines are going to bug me. That they'll be kind of like not perfect and straight underneath. And I can accept a lot of things, but like wonky, like my lines, I like them to visually like line up a certain way so it doesn't distract you, and I can just see that going in a bad direction. So let me find a different kind of, hang on, let me see. Maybe I should look to the cookie, as Jerry Seinfeld would say. Let me see if I have another card in here that could work. The answer is no. Okay, so maybe, oh, I just thought of something. I went with this wood grain. I haven't used my craft paper, so let me go back to the craft paper as my solution, which, where would my craft paper be? Craft paper, come hither. Okay. All right. I keep making stuff for this page and then not using it because, are you guys feeling me on the whole loving one, like you're starting to gravitate towards one thing versus the other? I know you guys get that. Mazda says, you can love each equally. It can be done. I totally agree. It can be done. I think right now I just have pocket fever, and I think that's clouding my vision. Because don't get me wrong, I love my playbook. I have put so much time and effort into this thing since wintertime. Like, all my pages are filled with deliciousness. So I absolutely am not saying I don't love it. Because yet, look at this. This is hours of my life. Hours. So it is the thing I have been most faithful to in my whole crafting career is my playbook. Oh, Miss Beverly, I'm sorry if that was she's asking if I mentioned I was doing 3 lives today. I'm sorry if I miscommunicated that. There's 2 lives today, and then I have done a live last night and one on Thursday. So there was a total of 4. So I apologize if I completely believe I could have said that totally wrong. That wouldn't surprise me. I think what I'm going to do is recreate this. What was I having to do? Washi. I'm going to recreate this, but with washi, with my craft paper, which my craft paper is another thing I absolutely love. So let me give you a really good tip that I have learned in my process of this whole Camp Wanna Craft and the playbook. I have learned now that the number one thing that really inspires me is the materials that I work with. Having like this stuff is what gives me life. Now, it's hard to imagine that something as boring as craft paper would do that for you. But when it's something you never use in your craft life and you give it a try, it can make what would seem very ordinary, it can make it so unique. It makes you see something differently. It changes your perspective. So some of my washi often ends up being an accent. But when you do it this way, look how little strips of paper can be turned into something so beautiful. And craft paper is such a fantastic vehicle because it's something so odd. You don't see craft paper used as background in the scrapbook world. We love our pattern paper, our journal cards, all of the embellishments. We're very like pop, 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 putting all the things in, right? So when you pick something so plain, it absolutely goes, wow, that's cool. Like it stands out so different. And I'm gonna demonstrate this to you. One thing I fell in love with during the whole experience of camp was the simple act of adding some white ink to my craft paper. Like this just was like a huge game changer to me. Just super simple, but it just stood out in such a unique way. I don't know if you can see that. Mr. Crafty might need to do another thing that kind of gave me that same feeling was just solid black. Black is a cardstock, is again something you might not see in a memory keeping pocket. It's very, well, it's black. It just kind of, but when you add the fun white little details, it's like, ooh, that's different, right? So from what I have learned is, for me, the backgrounds, the elements I use as my foundation end up giving me the spark. And things can look very different when you lay them on top of craft paper and black. You can take something super simple out of a magazine, trim it out and put it on black, and suddenly it's just pop in your face. So if you might want to kind of cull through your craft supplies and kind of look at things differently and ask yourself, do I have some good basics, things that kind of give me those great foundational pieces? Me personally, craft paper, the black paper, and let me show you something I reach for all the time, and I have like a lot of different versions of it, is now that I'm trying to show you, I'm struggling to pull it out. Okay. Ledger paper. I love ledger. I love like 80s ledger, more modern ledger. I love the old stuff. Like this is fantastic. This is actual ledger from a book with somebody's handwriting in it. How fabulous is this to use in your crafting? When you put a little, like a honey on top of it, it just pops. So I'm a huge fan of using ordinary products, papers, book paper, hymnal paper, dictionary paper. If it pains you to imagine tearing apart a book you own, go buy a book you don't care about. Go buy an old dictionary and just pull dictionary pages out. Go buy an old novel that you don't care about. Pick something you would never read and it would never bother you to rip it up. I know books have always felt sacred. We grew up with respect for books, but just imagine you're kind of giving that book a new chance. You're resetting its life. You're giving all of these things that would end up in a landfill a chance to be part of something you love, your artwork. Hi, Miss Maria. She says, I'm new here and I'm loving it. So welcome, Maria, to the group. Welcome to our live. You are actually, if you're just joining us, you're actually lucky because I should have ended the show 10 minutes ago. I'm running it longer than I normally do because we're having so much fun here. Oh, Tracy, she just tore her honey's head off. May that little honey rest in peace. But you know what, Tracy, let me show you something. If this will make you feel a little better. I did something in my faith journaling section. Look here. See, look. I used part of a honey. I cut her, she was a little longer, and I cut her off and I just used the lower half of her. It's kind of odd. It's, you know, I don't usually do that. I much prefer having the honey face, but I think that's kind of cool. It was out of my little crafty box. So consider giving the lower half of your honey new life. Give her a second chance. She might not be completely gone. So anyway, that's my tip for our session today is sometimes the most, sometimes it's getting outside of the scrapbook world and kind of like delve into office supplies, delve into the office world, go vintage, go look at old books and papers, magazines, book copy. All of that can become a fabulous backdrop that will totally change the game. When you add our current cool scrapbook materials on something that's kind of like this is beige and boring, right? But I have to tell you, when you get this kind of paper up front, you can see all the little fibers in it. It is more special than just beige and boring. Same thing with wood grain. It does have kind of a beigey feel, but look how amazing it looks when you put some bright pops of color on it. All I'm saying is to consider that your supplies end up being the thing that is the most inspiring part of crafting, and you want to surround yourself with some good supplies. If you are not reaching for stickers, if you're not reaching for your stamps, if those are just things you aren't doing, cycle them out of your craft area, your craft tote. Put them, just kind of like put them to the side. Box them up, put them to the side. If you don't think about them or use them in the next 6 months, donate them. Kind of pay attention to what you're reaching for. What do you love? I mean, you guys see every live video I do, I reach for the exact same things. I reach for my layering circles, my word strips. I've been really, really loyal to that because they inspire me. I love them. So kind of surround yourself with what you love, and it will help you want to craft more. It'll help you try new things. I promise you, if you have not done that, it will make such a difference. It is probably that is my number one advice to you, because I was in a craft rut for a long time, and I just made a few tiny changes, and it's absolutely changed the game for me. Look how many lives I'm doing. Look how many fun challenges we're doing. Look at how Camp Wanna Craft went, and that's all because I got inspired, and I want that for you. I want everyone to feel that way. Does it mean you're going to love every single thing you make? No. But it will make you love crafting again if you are feeling like, meh. I'm telling you, you have to go through your stuff and kind of find other things you can add. And what I'm asking you to add are not expensive things. I'm not even telling you to go shopping at when I say this is like cheap stuff to fortify your supplies with. A used book is like $1 at the thrift store. So try it. A lot of you girls love vintage, which is why you're here. This is what you know, kind of pulled you in for some of you. Doesn't this black and white look amazing with this bingo? I'm telling you, this is going to make me sad when I use this up. I don't know why I think this pattern is so cool, but I do. It's so weird. It's a weird pattern. Okay, so I just did so much talking, I made myself forget what I was doing. Okay, so what I pledged to do is I am doing a washi version of this, which will be interesting because washi tends to be transparent. So, okay, so I'm going to give you guys another little fun tip. I showed this a couple times, but I want to make sure I say it in every live. Hang on one second. I'm looking for what I'm looking for. Mamma mia. What? Okay. This is what I'm going to use. Okay. So I'm taking some washi. Washi is transparent. So when you put washi on top of things like black cardstock or craft paper, it changes the color. So I'm putting my washi on top of a sticker sheet. This entire thing is one big giant sticker sheet. And I know that because I printed on the wrong side of it last night. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Ah! Okay, so here's this, I have the sticky side and then this is the backing side, okay? So I'm putting these little strips on this washi because now you'll be able to see it pop when I put it down on top of something dark. Where's the rest of my washi? Now I'm having trouble figuring out what washi I want to use. If it's not one thing, it's another. Okay. See, this absolutely would have been difficult to use because of I want to use this one, which is like a map. I want to do orange there. I'm looking at the colors of my washi to determine which one I'm grabbing for next. It's all about color. Hang on, I'm missing a whole other ring of washi here. I love this this one's gonna make me sad when I'm done with it. I've had this for probably 4 years. Ooh, this is another washi I love. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use all of these, but I'm just making some possibilities for myself. Okay. So now I'm cutting these out. And now I'm grabbing my fussy scissors and I'm kind of cutting around the ripped part of the washi. And then cutting out each strip off of the white sticker paper. So now the washi will look nice and vibrant. And it will stand out. I think it's kind of really the only downside of washi, because washi is amazing, is the fact that it does tend to have a transparent appearance. But I am showing you a way to work around that so that you can capture the really good part, which is the fun pattern and the colors. If you were going to layer it on top of book copy or a pattern paper, it's really hard to make it stand out. And now I'm showing you my trick. Okay, so I'm just basically making washi stickers. Putting them on sticker paper is actually brilliant because I normally have just put it on regular paper and glue sticked it down. This is so much better. And I'm just kind of following the way it ripped on the ends and just kind of making a Just a reminder to anybody who joined us later and missed the opening words I had to say. I sent out today the August newsletter today, and in it showcases, has links to the new Faithful Writing prompts, our Faithful Writing Challenge. The link to the prompts are included in that. Our new Getaway Collection is available now in the store, and the bonus is awesome. If you buy the bundle, there's a free 2-page bonus. And Also, there are dates for the next lives we have coming up in August. And just know that the Playbook Power Hour, my kind of spontaneous show that I do for the Playbook, I don't schedule that one necessarily, but if you sign up for our text reminders, you will not miss a show. The text reminder is texting TRG to 54253. Sorry, 543, wait, hang on, 54, is it 94253? That sounds right. 94253. I'm sorry, guys. I think my brain is getting tired. Thanks for double checking my work, Mr. Crafty. I cannot be trusted. Not be trusted. Okay, so there you go. So now I have all my little washi stickers, and now I'm going to, do I have a, hang on one second. I have a, there's a, one second. No, I want to do it this way. So now that I have everything on here, if I just want to, these are kind of on the longer side. So I'm just going to fake the look of a, now I'm doing this part, which is to put my strips in place. So this is gonna go right there. Probably want to bring these up a little closer so that I can get all of them in. Actually, you know what? I don't even care if they come off the page. It actually makes it a little bit more charming now that I think about it. Okay, but what I do want to make sure is, so this was strips. So this was a bingo prompt. I don't actually have a real prompt for it. You can arrange strips different ways. You can kind of make like a grid and make them go different directions, have smaller pieces. But so now I'm going to go ahead and, hopefully peel off the back. Here's the first one to peel off. Here's the next piece. This type of sticker paper Mr. Crafty bought, it has like a slit in the back so that some of the pieces come off easy. Ooh, this one's really on the very edge of it. I don't know if this one's got it at all. So I'll be peeling it with my little fingers here. This is kind of fun actually to have washi stickers. If you had time on your hands, you could make yourself a bunch of, not all craft projects require this, obviously. There's lots of times where you can just use washi normally and it's fine. But I'm putting this washi on something that's very dark beige or black even, and the washi being somewhat transparent, it will muddy it and not make it look as beautiful as it would be on the roll. So I'm just showing you, like, this is my master trick for, sorry, that didn't all come off. Okay, so because this one's hanging off this direction, I'm going to make this one hang off probably more on this side. Also, guys, if you didn't get your email, and you normally would, we did do some cleanup. We actually unsubscribed about 9,000 people that have not been opening our emails. We do that probably once every couple years because we pay for those emails going out whether or not they're opened. So we just decided, you know, best practices was to kind of do a cleanup. We sent an email saying, hey, you want to break up with us? And if you didn't answer, we went ahead and we broke up with you. but it's not a permanent breakup. You can always jump right back on our subscriber list. So opening up our emails is, you know, the bonus to you is we make it really easy for you to grab your scripture writing prompts. You get to find out what's going on, when are all the lives happening this month. You are in the loop for all things Reset Community. And if you are loving the community, this is your way of participating. We have updated our rules in the two Facebook groups we have, so you might want to take a look at that. We linked that for you. We point you towards all of the things that we have for sale. We tell you about upcoming things, the trips, the international trips we have on the calendar that you might want to participate in. Those are included. And I let you guys know that I have a personal product that's coming to the store. It's definitely a Cori's faves. It's something that I have personally requested because I plan to use the heck out of it. So yes, there's lots of good things coming. Plus we updated you guys about YouTube versus Facebook and how we're out of jail. No more no more YouTube jail for us. And now we're all kind of realizing that there are pros and cons to Facebook versus YouTube. Facebook definitely has some pluses in how they let you guys easily communicate with each other in the chat room, while YouTube is not as friendly as we thought, or remembered, I guess I should say. But we do love ourselves the YouTubes because, you know, we get yay. So Lauren Campbell says she did her purging last week, and I've been in the planner community for 2 years and finally love crafting again. I got rid of so many craft supplies I didn't use, and now I'm not overwhelmed with stuff. Good girl. That's exactly what you want. And Michelle says that she did some cleanup too. Oh, I'm sorry. You're answering somebody else, Michelle. I am so sorry. And also, Michelle, I have a note here to myself that it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Michelle Massey. I hope you're doing something fun this evening with your friends or family. But happy birthday to you, girl. And I'm not sure if Miss Deborah Sweet is in the group, but I know the two of you mentioned it was your birthday the other night on the live. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna add this little funky star that's just kind of hanging out with me here. It just was sitting here on my desk. Okay. So we are enjoying the sweet freedom of our YouTube channel again for our lives. Camp kind of took a lot out of me, so I have not been really updating my regular YouTube videos, but I will get back to that really soon, you guys. I know it's been the one thing I've always kind of been like bummed that I never get to spend time doing, and with all the changes we've made behind the scenes, it should be where I get to go back to doing it. I want to do consistent uploads on working on the playbook, working on my scripture challenge prompts, doing my pocket fever projects. I have some things planned. Plus, Mr. Crafty and I got a brand new vlogging camera. It is so cute. Actually, should I show it to you guys? If it's sitting next to me, it's not sitting next to me. I have it in my purse. Okay, so what did I get done here? I got strips done, and I think this should have been checked off earlier. Okay. This looks more washy, washy, washy. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so let me just show you guys. This is just like so off topic, but this is this fun little thing. It's called a pocket Osmo. We have a Osmo is, the original product was a, watch this. It was like a little fancy selfie stick that helps your camera from not gyrating around when you move, so it keeps your camera still, or your phone, I should say. I think you use it with your phone. So this is a new product that they released this past year, and it's so cute. We call it Wally because it looks like a little robot. See, I just brought it to life. So here's the little teeny tiny playback screen, And then this is its camera. It's looking at you. Doesn't it look like Wall-E? So it's very discreet, and now I can kind of pan around and we can take it outside and I can take it shopping and I can show you guys stuff we're doing. And now I feel more comfortable. I think that was always been my problem with vlogging, is I don't like the idea of holding my phone. Everyone can see me filming, and like, I don't know, that bugs me. So anyway, that's the little camera you can see. Isn't that amazing how tiny it is? Look, it's looking at you, and it's a 4K camera. So the camera we're filming on is a 4K. The camera I do all my videos on is a 4K. It's extremely powerful. That's why our videos tend to look super clear. But yeah, isn't this fun? So I thought it was really reasonable for being such an incredible piece of technology. It was only a few $100s. It's a great way to film like your kids' soccer game, or I don't know, if you have any interest in just making videos. I think you can take still shots on it too, right, Mark? Yeah. So yeah, so this is my new little friend. And turn it off. See, he snaps right back to attention. So sorry, it's that way, okay. So Mr. Crafty has told me multiple times how to put the camera away, and I never remember. Well, hang on, I'm trying to learn how to fish here. I think I just remembered, right? Okay, there. So now he's tucked in there, his little head's turned, I'm locking him into place, and now I'm whisking him away into his little home. Isn't that so cute? So I carry him in my purse now. Mark, Carrie is asking for the link to these little flat clips that I bought, which are so cool. They're index clips. These clips I've not ever seen them before until I went digging on Amazon one day, and then I saw them come up. I haven't seen them on any of in the stores. It's possible. If anyone sold these, I would bet Hobby Lobby does. I just may not have looked close enough at them, but they look like this. Isn't that like awesome? I have multiple types of clips that I've been loving lately. Those are one. I just got those, and then I love these gold triangle clips. These are from Japan. I bought them super cheap. And then there are these itty bitty, teeny tiny little paper clips. And I love these for clipping little extra stuff to your bits and bobs. Okay, so let me check out my bingo sheet. I want to make sure. Word hunt journal wash case. I get to knock off washy. I feel super accomplished, you guys. This was a good Crafternoon because I cleaned up. I cleaned house with this one. It's not that I finished a lot of my stuff in my playbook, but I did a lot here. I got the bingo done. Okay, so did I need to check that off? I checked that off already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why? I'm still off one. I think this is what the problem is. At one point when I have the prototype. I think at one point I might have edited this list and now they don't match. I think that is what the problem is. Either that or I checked off something. There's 2 Postman Club, word hunt, share to spread, journal, grateful. Okay, so I think this planning sesh got replaced with something different, and I'm gonna just check it off. Okay. All right, so tell you what, guys, I'm gonna take my photos and share in the club. There is currently what did you make in your playbook this month? I'm sorry, not this month, this week. There's a thread. We put a thread up every single week. Michelle has a new thread go up and it'll say, show what you did in the playbook this week. And there's dates for it. So pick the graphic that matches this week. And I'm gonna take a picture because this is all the stuff I did for my playbook. And I'm gonna knock off my let's see, Posted in the Club is the one I'm going to do right now. So there's my photo. And now I'm going to get my share to spread because I want to knock more of these off my list. Oh, you guys, can I show you a sneak peek? I think I've shown this before, but this is winter camp. It's already all up and everything. You just haven't seen it yet, but this is our village for winter camp. That's your little sneak peek. Okay, I'm going all the way to the back. I absolutely need to get going. I only decorated this page. I didn't, oh man, I totally should have given myself credit for that with the sticky thing. Stickers were used. This was definitely stickers were used, huh? I haven't done my summer. Fill in what you did this summer. I haven't done any of that. So I've done really almost nothing. This is the only real page I had done. I did that during probably an LNCC. Okay, so here's the other half of my listing page. So the next time, I'm gonna have to start doing some power hours, huh? Or I'm not gonna stay caught up, or get caught up, I should say. If you came in late, I would recommend going back to the beginning of the show. I talk very briefly, just 10 minutes, and then I start crafting. But I would listen to the first 10 minutes. I talk about this and how to consider that you don't have to stay on top of things. You can always go back and craft later if you need to. So I'm getting these back into place so that I can do my shared in the club. So here's me smashing something in. These are my Happy Planner Pages pockets, memory keeping pockets. Okay, here, make sure everybody's accounted for. Here's another one that I did. Some of these need different types of pockets. Like I need to punch this so it will fit in here. But I'm kind of doing my prompts more visually than listy. And I'm really loving that, so it's fun. So I'm going to take a picture of my spread here and post that. So I'm doing both the spread and Posted in the Club. Which, if you think about it, you can kind of knock out both. You can just do one and give yourself both prompts. Okay. So there is my... Okay, so everybody together, all together. Let's try and break Facebook. So I'm going to my Facebook. I'm looking for the Reset Girls Crafty Club. And, okay. What we want to do is, here it is right here. Week 4, July 22nd through 31st. Show us how you played this week in your Crafty Club playbook. That is what I'm talking about. So I want to go ahead and I'm gonna, oh well, geez Louise. Don't you hate when the photos go the wrong direction? That drives me crazy. I always makes you wonder, like, how, why, how? Because it's never consistent, I feel like. So I'm gonna turn it, done. I'm not even editing. Oops. I'm not even editing. I'm just, there you go. There it is. Okay. I did it, you guys. I got my stuff in there, so I get to give myself extra goodness. Okay, I shared a spread and I posted in the club. Okay. And I get to knock out shared a spread and posted in the club. And then I need to share what I did in the Late Night Crafty Club last night. What did I do in the Late Night Crafty Club last night? I did more of this, but did I take pictures of what I did? I don't think so. I don't think I did. I genuinely try to do this at the end of the the end of the show so I don't forget. I want my bingo prompts as much as you do. This is what I did in the Late Night Crafty Club, was my Jolene picture. So I think there's actually a what am I trying to say? There's a graphic that was made. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to this. I'm going to just remind you, I don't remember this all the time. Your phone kind of will default, not your phone, Facebook will default to new activity, but there's this little button here that says sort, and if you pick recent posts, then it will change everything that you're saying. It changes the order. So right here, there's a graphic that says Late Night Crafty Club, what I made during LNCC. I don't know why it just doesn't do it from the beginning. That's kind of okay. There you go. So there, I got that one too. I'm going to count this as a spread because it's multiple pieces that I did. I am. Watch me. I'm counting it. So I posted in the club again, and I shared that whole little spread. So that leaves me Word Hunt, Journal, and Grateful to do. See how fast you can get, like, smash your bingo? Just get it done. That's what we want. Okay, so I feel like I'm in a good place now. How do you guys feel? Were you guys feeling productive? Also, I did not actually glue those down. I just put them down on the paper. Anybody else loose? Okay, so posted in the club. There. I love to see the little grid filled in. So how are we feeling about stuff? Little Green School and Suzanne are like, Jolene! Yes, there she is, that little temptress. Oh, you know what? I actually think I put these in the wrong order. So I did that wrong somehow because these are not in the right. I know what it is. I think I put, this page right here is in the wrong order. I don't know how that's possible, but I have it in the wrong place. So I don't think you're supposed to be here either. I think that's, sorry, I got that out of order. Poor little Playbook. It's probably like, what are you doing? That's not how things go, miss. Okay, there we go. If you purchase the Lister's Got a List kit for July, the You Are Here collection, it came with extra lister pages. You can certainly put your extra lister pages in between here. Make sure to print them back and front so that they're the Mr. Crafty, I don't know what that question you're asking me is. What do you do? Oh, you want to do another one? Okay. So Planner Steph is asking me, what do you do with the book when it's finished? Well, I've actually never, this is our first year doing this. So this is my first time of having books that are finished. So this year, this summer, I have done my playbook, which I have right here, my big fluffy, it's only got 3 seasons in it so far, and it's a monster. So my playbook and my junk journal. So I'm guessing I'm just going to be putting them on the shelf. And no, Miss Victoria, there is not a chapel tomorrow. So I knew I was going to be doing this extra junk journal jamboree. So I had to pace myself for sure. But we do have a chapel planned for next month, and I will get the chapel going a little bit more consistently. I would like to have at least 2 chapels minimum a month. But I did want to pace myself better because of adding these extra lives, and we definitely have to get the mystery boxes done. So, but I'll get it going. Yay. So you can always go back to, during August, I'm going to be working on July too. I've always done that. I didn't do anything in January when we first launched it. I worked on January when it was like February and March. Look at the whole book as a whole. You can keep pace if you're able to, but look at it as you have all summer to do the pages. Like, try to look at it that way, and that might make you feel a bit better. We just labeled these with weeks so that it paced you if you're able to keep up. And we also lessened the amount of art journaling pages to do each week, so that will help. If you could do us a favor, if you could be sure to hit the notification bell, like the video, and subscribe to us, we would be so grateful. That will help us out so much. These lives are an important part of keeping the Reset Girl channel vibrant on YouTube. And until I can get other videos going, like, this is what I have to offer. And some of our videos have been put on the recommended page because of the views that they got initially, because of what the topic was. So you guys have a really important piece of that, which is liking, subscribing, and getting that notification. And I promise the notification thing is not obnoxious. I've signed up for plenty of notifications, and I don't know that I ever see them. Maybe I didn't have them. Maybe I don't have them enabled on my phone, and that's why I don't see them much. But so thank you. You guys are awesome. You got so much art journaling done, Kristen says. Laurette says, yes, 3 art journaling pages. Suzanne, oh, talking to somebody else, sorry. Anna says, you can complete the July stuff in August too. So she's in agreement with me on that. Yay. Lee Ramsey says, I've been shopping the entire time you've been on, and I'm still not done. I have my earbuds in listing I'm trying to get done at Whole Foods. Well, Lee, thanks for taking me along with you at Whole Foods. I love that store. I actually have a vlog. Our very first vlog was me and Mr. Crafty shopping with our nutritionist, Paul Ritter. And we went to Whole Foods. It was a live. And we shopped together, and he shared a bunch of tips about Whole Foods while we were there. I love, love, love that store. So Bug and Me Creation says, so productive. I caught up on bingo, listing, and dressed my honeys. Good girl. Diana says, yes, did 2 more pages in her junk journal. Mazda says, I need a Mr. Crafty to tell me what I did with my stuff. So true. I think as crafters, it's very easy for us to lose track of what we do. If you had Judy, if you have a hard time dressing the honeys, you might want to go back and watch the, was it last? It was the last LNCC I did, not the one we just had, but the one before. That is what I focused on. I showed you how I dressed my honeys. Like, I went step by step and made their little clothes. Oftentimes vellum is a really help, like making a pattern out of their clothes, and it helps you be able, like, to me, this is my favorite way to do the honeys now, is to make them little clothes with scrapbook paper. And once you see how simple it is, it might help you if you weren't able to see. And so and yes, Michelle, I definitely need to get on it. Like, I need to work on this. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to go do. I think I'm going to work on this tomorrow, this evening and tomorrow. This gratitude page is, this is just, I'm disappointed in myself that I haven't been more grateful. So, yay, Megan says that she has a huge 3-ring binder full of ephemera and paper packs for her junk journal. Good job. A lot of you guys sometimes use this time to work on your crafting, like organization, getting yourselves together, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I historically watched other YouTubers craft while I did crafty things, just not crafted. So that's a great an option. Misty was working on her Quilting 101 homework. Excellent. Emmy, if you are interested in printing the book, if you can print at home, that would be my recommendation. Sometimes you can hit a good deal. Sometimes the office supply stores will have a sale on color printing. which is what I would recommend trying to wait for, or hitting if you can. And it happens from time to time, but the book can be, I want to say it was under $30 to print it, but I would do it at home if you can. It's not a ton of color, like a lot of it's black and white. You can see the pages are, I think it's okay as far as ink goes. We print ours at home. We do both so that we can test it and make sure it prints good. So, yes, Michelle, you're right. I have been grateful. I just haven't stopped long enough to record it. Thank you, girl. You get me. Okay, my friends. Cody's working on her pocket page for puppies at Camp Wannacraft. She's making her own Milo. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you had fun today in our Crafternoon. It went an hour longer than normal. We had our fun Junk Journal Jamboree earlier today, and we all have plenty to do. From what I'm gathering, a lot of us are not really feeling caught up in our playbooks. Again, don't feel you have to do that month in that month. If you have to spread it out, do it later as time, if you have more time in August, take it with you. If you guys go on any kind of a staycation, a vacation, a road trip, just take it with you. What I will recommend, what I find helpful, is trying to at least decorate the pages as much as you can. And then when you are doing something where you have a little bit more time to just kind of sit and be still, grab your pen, do your Dear Summer letter, do your listing, do your memory keeping. If you don't like really documenting this, don't do it. Paste something right over the top. I give you permission. Look through one of the magazines you have laying around, find a photo you love, and paste right over it. This is not required. This page is here to kind of help you just kind of get your little thoughts out, get some kind of record keeping in case you want to do memory keeping in other areas of your life. So, but just, if it doesn't mean you have to do every page, guys. If you don't want to, skip it, okay? I don't want you to feel like you got to follow rules or something. Just remember, it's a playbook. We want to play in it and keep it kind of loose, interpret it as you need. And hi, Miss Michelle. I'm going to say your name, and I hope I say it right. Takix? That's my guess. And if I could totally be butchering that. I'm so sorry if I am. You're so welcome, Miss Bonnie Mahoney. She says, thanks for the inspiration. Sharon Justice says, blessings to you. Right back at you, Miss Sharon. And Debbie's Therapy says, I jump all over the place. And I do too. I like going where I feel like going. You know what I mean? So Lisa says, thanks, Cori. I better go do some housework so I can reward myself with crafting later. Exactly. So thank you guys. And you're so welcome. Miss Netta May says, thanks for keeping us company. Goodbye, Miss Lady Pepper. Thank you so much, girls. It's been such a pleasure spending this time this weekend with you and just getting some crafting done. I feel pretty, I feel I was like productive, and I hope that you do too. And if you weren't productive, I hope that now you're inspired to be. I hope that maybe you spent some time getting your crafty space set up so that you can just work more efficiently. Please consider what I shared earlier about, maybe just kind of adjust your supplies, kind of take a look, do inventory. Be honest with yourself. If that's just, you bought it when it was on sale and you thought you were going to use it, but maybe you don't reach for it like you did, tuck that thing away, whatever it is. Grab some empty shoe boxes. Lots of back to school shopping going on, so there's shoe boxes perhaps laying around. Tuck some stuff away, and if you don't reach for it in 6 months, you know that that's not the stuff for you. You want to be reaching for stuff that just gives you life, that really just inspires and sets you on fire. That's what you want. And that stuff doesn't have to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of keep an eye on your things you can repurpose, things you can incorporate into your projects that are cheap. Challenge yourself to be cheap. Look when you're going back to school shopping, consider back to school supplies as some of the things that you kind of work into. I think I'm going to go work on my word search so I can knock that one out too. So I love your faces, guys, and I'm going to see you in the next video, my Junk Journal Jamboree girls. I'll see you on Tuesday. check for your inbox for the email that we sent you out. If you didn't get an email and you know you were registered, or if you didn't get an email because you didn't know you should be registered, you can hop over to theresetgirl.com, and we have a little link up there that says join on our page. And when you click it, the little window drops down for the newsletter. So just click on that and you'll get the next one. I love your faces. Thanks so much. You guys are so awesome. I will see you in the next live, the next video. I'll be pumping out some videos shortly. Just hang in there. Stay with me, girls. Click the notification button so you don't miss it when we finally upload a video. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Relax, enjoy yourselves as much as you can. Love your face. Bye, guys.